Coming into your body for a landing, coming into presence in your own body. What does that even mean? Coming into the here and now in what it feels like to be in your body. Today will not be so exercisey, but it will be movement oriented and probably lymph flush breath work and rolling around on the floor, which tends to be certainly one of my favorite things to do. And then also a lot of people that I know, they're like, that rolling around on the floor is really great. So we'll do all of these things. But let's start with some coherent breathing. Actually, let's not do quite coherent breathing. Let's do a big inhale and you're going to hiss out your exhale. So the hissing will extend the exhale a little bit longer. So it'll be like this. You're going to inhale and then exhale, hissing all the way down for however long it takes you. It doesn't have to be the same as me, although I will cue it as if you're moving the same as me, but if you're moving different, that's fine. So I'm going to inhale, lift, and then exhale. Slowing down the exhale with the hiss. So that's like a natural down regulator when we extend the exhale. Down regulation means we're coming into the rest and digest, soothe and settle part of our autonomic nervous system. Inhale, exhale. Feeling your body connecting to the earth, right? The water in our body completely understands the horizon line. It understands gravity. It's in relationship to gravity all the time. So we're going to move our bodies today in different relationships to gravity in the interests of hydrating tissues, hydrating our organs, health inside our whole body. Inhale again. As long as it feels good to exhale. Let's do it one more time. On the next one, you're going to think as your arms are coming down, letting your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your lungs, all of it's just settled down. So we're relaxing it all. Inhale. And then big relax. Let it go. Like the tension is shooting out of your fingers. And just give yourself a little shake. Bounce, shake. I'm on the physio ball, so I'm just going to stay here and bounce and shake it out a little bit. Bouncy, trouncy, letting your giving your body a little bit of up downness or shake it out with your arms. There's an exercise another movement analyst that I know would do called get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. Like shake out whatever it is you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, flick it off. There's a lot of things you might want to flick off right now. Flick it out of your body. So it's not in you, it's out of you. Letting go. We're going to do the lymph flush. We're going to do lymph flush real quick, coming at the right hand to our left collarbone. I just feel like lymph flush and breath work are two things that you should do every day. At least with the breath work, it doesn't have to be like I do a 20-minute session with breath holds or anything like that. It could just be a hissing exhale for 3 to 5 minutes. The whole span of your collarbone, above and below it. Not super hard. We're not trying to dig in. We're just trying to mobilize that tissue so the subclavian vein can receive the lymph flow back into the blood. Same thing on the other side. There's an article in, oh God, what is it? I should look it up because it might still be up on um, browser somewhere. Where is it? Yeah. New Scientist article by Carissa Wong that talks, it's called Your Hidden Helper. What's the date on this? It was a cover story. And it's talking about lymphatic drainage, being able to drain the stuff and curing things like Alzheimer's and by getting the lymph out. And in the beginning, she does talk about her Chinese, grandmother doing the jade roller. And then she talks about all of these medical interventions. And then at the end, she's like, well, I'm not going to do the jade roller. I'm like, why don't people think they have any power to affect their systems beyond the medical industry? All right, take it around the angle of the jaw. It's like you just wrote a whole article about how important it is to flush the lymph, and but you're not going to do it. Anyway, but if I take this medicine or that medicine, it'll help my lymph flow. In reality, if my mind, we have so much power in our mind, in our touch, right? So imagine that we are clearing that lymph and we are moving the tissue. Fluid moves when we move it. I'm just so stunned by people's lack of agency when it comes to health in their own body. So we're going to nanu the glial lymph. We didn't even know there was lymph in our brain clearing out the glial cells until like 2015. But guess what? It's there. It's through our whole body. So we want to make sure that we're clearing that out, especially in the morning. This is why we need to sleep. And ideally, 6 to 9 hours, depending on who you are. Coming into your face, next to your nose, between your nose and under your cheekbone. So I'm just going to move that whole area. And people are like, oh, I got my allergies, I got this, I got that, everything's going wrong. Well, then it's not like we can heal everything necessarily, but maybe we can. But we need to think that we have more power to take, help our bodies at least. There's a lot of weird shit in the environment. There's a lot of microplastics. There's a lot of crap that we're dealing with. And at the same time, our life expectancy is much longer than it was 100 years ago, right? So we got the good and the bad. Okay, shake that out. 10 little dragons running through the forest. Mobilize your scalp over your cranium. Get your fingers in there. Ideally, it should also feel good. Oh my God, we're all starved for touch. But you know what? We have these things, most of us called hands. We can touch ourselves, right? Be your own best friend. And while we're at it, let's be kind to ourselves as we're talking in our self-talk. Who's in there? Is it a critic? Is it a judge? Is it a hater? Or is it your best friend inside your head saying, "Oh, I'm okay. This is good. Let me be kind to myself." All right. Shake it out, shake it out. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Coming back in, K27 points just below your collarbones, two little indentations there, circles. Calling all of the parts of you that may have wandered out into the world, just calling them back in, calling your energy back to yourself. So it is not out there fixing everyone else's problems just for right now. Let it be in your own system. Working in a coherent manner with your own system, meaning my head, my heart, my guts are all working together, but on a physiological and emotional, a spiritual level, right? So that we are in coherence with ourself, in harmony in our own body. Tarzan. Oh, relax your neck and tongue. Let go of whatever you're holding on to. What if you just soften the grip? A little more spacious inside. Right hand to left armpit pec. Squish that around. Maybe giving yourself some humming. Humming for nitric oxide. Not nitrous oxide, not the stuff that gets you high at the dentist. Nitric oxide. It is a vasodilator. It is a antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral. I say this all the time, but it was Molecule of the Year in 1992. Look it up. Same thing on the other side. We're just learning so much. And If we go way back, there's things like Brahmari, bee's breath, humming breath. It's a pranayama. They've been doing it for a long time, thousands of years in the East, right? Oh, why? Because it calms you down. It's good for your vagus nerve. It's good for that nitric oxide. So when we hum, and we'll do some more of that. And then we inhale back through our nose, they're called the concha, the turbines in our nose take in the air and they create nitric oxide. And then we breathe it in and it goes into our bloodstream, right? We breathe in, goes down to the alveoli sacs in our lungs, our blood goes there, collects the oxygen and the nitric oxide and travels around our system. It then gives us all the stuff in the arterial flow. It returns in the venous flow and filters out through our blood and our lungs, right? So, like all of these systems, we're taking it in, we're letting go of it, taking it in, letting go of it, losing where we are in the lymph flush. Make sure you've done both sides of the armpit pec, and we're going to come into Cisterna-Chyli, just a little pulsing in and up. Hmm. Hmm. Doing the humming breath, Brahmari, bee's breath. Inhaling back through our nose. Yeah, so this is a good one for the blood pressure, right? Vasodilator opens things up so the blood can move more easily and it isn't fighting its way in there. Coming into the inguinal fold, little bounce, and then hands behind your knees, eye of the knee, maybe coming around the front. And let's just do some movement standing before we get down on the floor. So we want to just really be sure. Look at all that sunlight coming in my window, making me shine. We want to make sure that we have mobility in our tissues, and we're going to do some internal and external rotation. So it's like a standing cat-cow. I'm turning my feet in, I'm turning my feet out, arms and legs, rotating in, rounding the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, waking up our fingers and toes. So in the system of our blood, in our body, like the fingertips and the toes are kind of the farthest away from our heart, right? So we want to make sure that there's awareness, movement, and sensation in our fingertips and toes. Internally rotating, externally rotating. Internally rotating, externally rotating. These spirals are fantastic for our fascia, and what's moving through our fascia, our nervous system, our blood, our vascular system, in relationship, our lymphatic system. Just take a little shake. Let out a little sound. You know when kids have like they do that, try it, where you let out the sound and you feel your heart kind of bouncing around. So it's like, so we're adding vibration and sound to our whole chest and lungs. Let it be playful, let it be fun, shake it out, shake it out. And then circles with your shoulders. Big circles with your shoulders, drawing your shoulders up to your ears and letting them drop. So we like sometimes we think of our body as like this mechanical thing, this machine. Our body could not be further in reality than anything from a machine. We are organic living tissue. Circles the other way. Machines may be getting more and more like bodies, but bodies aren't getting more and more like machines. They are living, breathing, organic processes with consciousness. right? Take your arms up over your head. And so if we can land in the experience of being in our body, very gentle side stretch, easy and loose. If we can land in the experience, not the image, not the mental conception of it, but the feeling, being state of our own presence in our body, which is where we will be for our entire life. Even when you're dreaming from a body. Even if you have an out of body experience, you wouldn't have that without a body. Letting it shift a little bit, shift your weight, step onto one foot, step onto the other, letting your upper body ripple and wave a little bit. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And let's just do head turning one way and then the other. Look to one side, look to the other side. I see my neighbor. They have a little girl named Wilder. What a great name. Most of the children in the neighborhood have interesting names. Drop your ear to your shoulder and then look down to the floor, look up to the heavens. Let your shoulders and neck relax. Jaw softening. Good. And then we're going to take it down to the floor. I'm going to add music, the moment we've all been waiting for, rolling on the floor. I will give us some Jeff Gersh music. Music. It's not music. Remember when music was a thing? All right, let's use, let me see. Oh, there's that one. Where's the other one? There it is. Ambient Fields 1, Song 1. Take the volume down just a little bit. So we're going to come in for a landing, allowing the gravitational pull of the earth to give us the sensation that we belong here. And we are going to let anything that's kind of lifted and tensed up, we're just going to soften that. Soften, spread, relax, let go. Taking it down to the floor. Imagining that your bones are going to get stronger and healthier as they connect to the earth. And let's actually start with a tiny arch and curl in your pelvis. So it's a little bit of up, down, arching, curling, head, tail, not so that I'm just doing a little bit. I'm not going up for any big push off the floor. I'm just getting it in my spine with a little bit of arching and curling so that the discs and vertebrae in my back, whatever their relationship is, there's some movement in there. So the discs can refill if there's any kind of squishy parts that feel like they're not fluffed up. We're fluffing up our discs and we're allowing the movement of our head-tail connection, our spine. And we're also letting ourselves settle into the floor. Oh, my assistant is ready to take his place. If I didn't feel gravity before, I definitely feel it now. So letting your head-tail connection really come online. You may notice as you're arching and curling in your pelvis, in your lower back, that your head and neck starts to bob as well. So it's like you're sending a wave, maybe sending a wave of movement up and down through your spine. Coming into, imagining that you're coming into your whole spinal cord. So from your brain down through the center of your vertebrae, the center of each vertebrae, down through the center of each disc, your nervous system is going down there, right? Letting that wash itself, bathe in the cerebrospinal fluid, which is supporting your brain and your nervous system, and filtering through our bodies 3 times a day. 3 to 4 times a day. Taking your time. Let's add some humming here. So you're just gonna make a like it's delicious sound. Yummy. And you're gonna let your tongue undulate a little bit in your mouth. So tongue can move around, which may create the sound of overtones in your head, which would be great. It might not. That's okay too. Just slowing down and again working with that, developing that nitric oxide in our system. And I'm adding a little side-sideness to my spinal movement, like a little sidewinder wiggle. Not trying to dislodge Lord Gaylord, who has plopped himself up here. If possible, become interested in the sensations in that central channel from your head to your tail. Imagining that your whole body is like a wave, right? A wave of any kind. It could be a sound wave, it could be a water wave, it could be, I don't know what other kind of waves there are, fluid. But imagining that your whole body of water, it is a body of water, has this access to this wave motion and energy, and you're just bathing in it. You're soaking in it, and you're allowing it to move through you. Becoming curious about sensation. If you have distractions around, turn them all off. No bells and whistles, no TV, no anything. Give yourself a chance to really come into your own physical experience in your body without the external distractions too. I mean, there might be light around you, there might be creatures, but try to bring it in. And we're going to shift it to side, rolling from side to side. Taking your time, allowing the fluid in your body to connect to the earth. Right? So that as I roll, it's like slow wave is moving from side to side. And if you're having a hard time slowing down, challenge yourself to move slower. Can I go even slower? Moving slowly is a great way to bring your awareness in, especially as you challenge yourself to do it slower. Can I move so slow? I'm barely moving. Glacial, moving at the speed of a stalactite growing or a stalagmite growing, moving at the speed of a glacier. Although that's changing these days, so maybe that's not a good analogy. Taking your time so that you are massaging out your back body. And your side body. If possible, let your head totally drop into the floor. Relaxing your neck and shoulders as much as possible. So I've had this little pinchy point in my shoulder, which is now finally starting to let go. It took about maybe a full week. Maybe not quite. Maybe it was more like 5 days. 5 days for this thing to sort itself out. With loving encouragement from me. If it would be helpful to have a pillow under your head, go ahead and get one. Oh. Hi, buddy. I gotta move fast enough that Gaylord can't settle on me. You little... Or just gotta hold them on there. All right, let's change the exercise slightly, and that is going to be more of a spiral. So you're going to let your legs keep rolling, but you're going to stabilize your upper body if you want to. If you're happy in your roll or you're doing something else and your body feels good, then keep doing that. You can let your head go with the legs also. Like, it feels kind of good to have head and legs just moving from one side to the other. And this is all doable with my assistant. So, and if you want to take it deeper, you can reach your legs over on one side and then on the other. So let's start to add a feeling of, like, from your fingertips to your toes, stretching out. Maybe you find that contralateral cross-body movement, and then bring it back. Come back in towards yourself as you roll to the other side. Come onto your side and let your arms and legs stretch. Maybe again you find that contralateral cross-body. This is the cross-body part, right? Contralateral movement in your side position. It just feels good to really open up, like as if you are a starfish and your limbs are just radiating out. Not one of those starfish that doesn't move very much, because there are starfish that have a lot of movement. Be one of those, like, longer, spinier starfishes, not one of those kind of more stable starfishes. A mobile starfish, radiating out, going from side to side. Just even yourself out. Feeling into what feels good in your body, right? How much do you want to stretch away from center? How much do you want to come back in? Waking up those feet, the fingers and toes, reaching out to that distal edge of your kinesphere, out to the edge, and then maybe coming back in before reaching out and again to the edge. Growing and shrinking with the breath. And bringing these patterns into your body, this upper versus lower pattern, a side versus side pattern, and a cross body pattern. Good, and we're gonna start to bring it up to a seated position, and then melt yourself back into the floor, roll it over, and come up the other way. So still slow motion, taking your time, but melting into the earth, pouring yourself around, and then slowly coming up. So we're hydrating all this tissue. We're moving in diverse ways and diverse waves. You could even add a stretch at the top. So you could roll over, taking as long as it takes, coming up, and then finding some relationship to the heavens and melting back down, nestling into the gravitational pull of the earth. Thinking of this just as a movement exploration, a movement inquiry, what feels good. Give yourself a chance to play. You could try coming up in different ways and even coming down in different ways. you know that I am such a fan of getting up and getting down. So it doesn't feel all the way up. You can get up onto your butt, take it back down, but finding ways to move with a sense of a flow in your body. It doesn't have to look like what I'm doing. I did I did a pole class yesterday. I took a pole class and I taught a ballet class yesterday. So for me today, my body doing this more gooey squishing around work is really helpful to relieve any soreness. I'm going to start taking it to all fours. Let's just actually come to all fours. So instead of moving in and out of all fours, you're just going to come up to all fours. If you need more padding under your knees or under your hands, get it. Let yourself explore this all fours position. You can circle around, you can shift your weight forwards, backwards, side, side. Let your head-tail connection free flow. Really diving into the experience of being, diving into what it feels like to be you right now. Undistracted. Oh, except for then, of course, Gaylord comes underneath and totally distracts me. But Gaylord is part of my knee right now. Let's do a little bit of theta breath, the soft hissing exhale that we did at the beginning with us, and just letting your spine free up. So free flowing your spine with a theta breath. You could also do this from your forearms. Inviting in that ripple wave movement into your body. Free flowing your spine. Inhale whenever you need to. Take resting breaths whenever you need to. Allowing your body the freedom to explore movement without an agenda or without a whole lot of agenda, without a picturing it from the outside conceptual framework that you're trying to work with. Being in this quadruped as if for the first time. What does it feel like? What can you do? If it's interesting to you, you could take it to a seated position and then back to quadruped so that you're shifting your weight, even mobilizing in your quadruped, maybe crawling, coming up, just letting yourself explore slow, gentle ways of moving through the space in a really nourishing way. Letting your body explore. Oh, now we got Squeaky Deaky in here too. Just comes in for a minute and then goes out of frame so he can go sit in the window. Yeah. If you want more exercise, try it with your knees off the floor. Try your quadruped here. You could even do quadruped to standing and taking it back down, right? We learn all these ways of moving in yoga class, in Pilates class, in dance class, but how much do we just let our body move and explore on its own? We do if we're taking some types of improv classes, but it's usually not something that people spend much time with. What choices? Ooh, he's all feisty now because the white kitty came in here. What choices are you making to get up or to get down or to move around? Right? Make choices that feel good in your body, that feel doable. You can always use the furniture around you. All right, let's take it down to our bellies. And in your belly position, just wiggle around like G.I. Joe. Have your G.I. Joe on the ground moment. G.I. Jane. A little bit of, if you had to move and stay really low, could you move? Could you wiggle yourself under the bed? Could you go below the fencing? Could you move low to the ground? If there's a fire if you're in a place where there's a fire, you want to get down to the ground and move along the ground because the smoke will be going up. The safest place to be is going to be low to the ground, right? So you want to be able to move yourself along. All right, enough of that. All my disaster prep movement. Take it back to your belly and let's play with just arching up. Up and down, slow and easy, with any other movement that you want to do. So getting into that. Into sort of up dog, baby cobra, but also letting your body have some freedom. We want to think of moving sort of as effortlessly as possible. A lot of times in the West, we think of fitness as this like, I gotta go and burn off all these calories, or I have to build these muscles, or I have to look like this, which all of those are really objectifying ways of dealing with our body. What if you had to move just so that you felt good in your body? What if you moved to like change things around, relieve tension, hydrate tissue, be healthier? I'm not saying don't build your muscles or don't do things that are hard and do things for strength or stamina, but also do things to hydrate and nourish on this deep inner level. We're going to take it down to the floor and do a little bit more humming. Let me just check this thing out. Hydrate and nourish. So taking it onto your back, we're going to just play with the hum again. So the hum is great for your heart, great for your blood flow, great for your nervous system as well because it's a down regulator. I'm going to actually turn the music off even though I love it. And we'll just do a couple of minutes of humming. So that was Ambient Fields, Jeff Gersh. You can get it on Bandcamp. So coming into the ground or sitting, whatever position feels good to you, let yourself really settle, settling into stillness. The white kitty is, of course, right there next to the computer, trying to get onto my sweatshirt. I never thought I would have a white cat. In fact, I actively thought I would never have a white cat. And then I got one. How did that even happen? Although I have to say, he is such a special kitty. And when we got him, he was not all white. He had two little dark patches on his head, which have pretty much completely disappeared. So now he looks like a completely white cat with his two different colored eyes. Settling into the floor, and we'll do some humming. So in through your nose and then hum whenever you need to. Inhale again, hum, take resting breaths when you want to. We'll do this just for a couple of minutes, but really working to bring in that nitric oxide. Free flow your tongue like a little sea creature in your mouth, little eel in the coral reef, deciding whether to go out or stay in. Let your tongue have that undulation movement. When I do the humming and I move my tongue a little bit, I can really feel the vibration shifting into different areas of my head, throat, chest. So that's sort of what we're doing with that undulation is just inviting different places to experience that vibration more intensely. If it feels good, you can take on your inhale, have a little teeny breath hold. Not a big, like clampy breath hold, but a very light, spacious breath hold where you just hold the breath and kind of float in there for maybe 10 to 20 seconds and then let it go again. Take some resting breaths and hum again. Opening up your awareness. So your awareness is very open and expansive, taking in all the things without a need to clamp on, to grip it, to judge it, just being present with whatever's going on. Letting yourself settle down, inviting your body to relax, letting your back of your head and neck, the front of your face relax, your jaw inside your head relax, shoulders and chest relaxing, upper back, rotator cuff out through your arms to your fingertips, relaxing, back to your center, back body, front body relaxing, abs, glutes, belly, let go. Letting that relax down into your pelvis, relaxing the front of your gut body, relaxing your organs, softening, letting them be soft and slippery inside your body. Relaxing down through your legs, quads, hamstrings, inner thighs, outer thighs, calves, front of your shin, ankles, feet. Relaxing, softening, and melting, letting go. Tell yourself that you are safe, safe enough to let go. Tension masks sensation and tension blocks flow. And flow is really health. Like when we have flow moving through our bodies, things aren't getting blocked or stagnant. We're a lot healthier. We're opening up to our flow of energy, our fluid flow, optimal health. Alrighty, I'm gonna dislodge the kitty and stop the live stream. People in TV land, this would be a great place to like relax more and either take a nap or do a meditation from. Let me see.